Oh, there you are. You're in mid-air now.
Yeah, I have a scenery here.
Ooh.
You're still on a plateau though, yeah.
Feral Melon's just moved us to group flights, I think.
What? We're not in there?
No, we're in the lounge, but we're in group flights in the lounge. No.
We are?
Here we are now, yeah.
Didn't know he could move us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice. Get this started and I'll get the weather.
Are we stopping at a few different places or just the one?
We'll just fly straight there, unless you see something along the way, but we should have enough fuel. I put 2,000 pounds of fuel in, so.
Mate, I've just suddenly found my comms. There's a comms box on the left.
Was it hidden?
Tess might want to. You boys haven't got your comms on, that's what it is, I think.
Yeah, I have my comms on. Comm 1 is on.
Are you sure?
Mic 1 is on. Volume's up.
Yeah, but you do a mic test for me now.
Test. Yeah, like I said, I don't really care.
Nah. But I've just messed with this box on the left and my comms have suddenly come on.
Let me get the weather here real quick.
So I've got the one on the right, which is for your VR and stuff, which way you do your presets, and there's a little box that just says off A, B, C, D, and then you've got all your comms on there.
Sedona weather. Wind 140 at 17, gust 24, visibility more than 10, rain.
Barrel is
Sky
live.
conditions 3,500 scattered, 6,500 broken, 9,500 overcast, temperature 9, dew point 3. Altimeter 2987.
Okay. Oh, hey. Deutsch, you're not streaming.
Cottonwood weather.
It's a lot of effort today.
Gotcha. Alright, our first nav point. Do you have nav radios on that stack too? You might not, because I don't think that these...
Don't think I do.
I'm not sure how these planes navigated. So you just have to follow me in your Boeing.
I've obviously got that GPS thing.
Oh, well you can just put in Albuquerque then, and then you can fly with me and I'll track the VORs.
Yeah, let me try and get it set up quickly.
Yeah, already picking up the first one.
Are we just going direct then, are we, yeah?
Kinda. We're gonna be bouncing a little bit, probably 5-10 degrees left and right.
Okay, so let me get rid of all this then quickly.
13, 4. Oh, okay, it's already picked up the second VOR, so I'll put the third VOR in.
So where is it we're going? Sorry, what's the
Albuquerque.
code for the app? Yeah.
KABQ.
K what?
Kilo Alpha Bravo Quebec. Alright, so...
Albuquerque International.
Yeah. It's already tracked. We'll only have to do 2 VORs because it's already getting the second one. Didn't think that would pick it up, so... We are good. I have 1 and 2 set, and I got Unicom on the radio.
What's our altitude here as well, do you know?
Let me check. Sedona, the altitude is 4,830 feet, And Albuquerque, I think, is also like 6,000 feet. 5,300. The altimeter is 2987.
Yeah, I'm so old school, we don't even have that. I just have to set what altitude we're at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Right, I've got a full tank of fuel as well.
Set my directional gyro and I think we'll be good to go. Alright, dude, winds are 140 at 17, gusting 24. Here. I don't know what it is in Albuquerque. And plan for maybe 12,000 feet.
Okie doke.
You good to go?
Pretty much.
Alright. Winds 140. What are the runways here? We've got 2-1 and 0-3, so I guess we'll take 2-1. I am taxiing. Still in your... Hey, Kevin Morris, how you doing, buddy? Takeoff might be a little tricky in this thing with a nice gusty
What's
side
up,
wind.
Kev?
See the windsock?
Yeah.
She's looking good today, boy.
I struggle in calm conditions in this bad boy.
Thank you. I'm doing pretty good. Happy it's Friday. Get to fly some airplanes.
For the whole weekend.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I gotta do some stuff tomorrow. Unfortunately. Kevin, what are you doing, man? You want to join us? We'll wait for you. Oh, actually, no, we're on, what is this? FS Cloud. I don't know if you saw all that stuff. We downloaded a new program, so we thought it might be a little bit better than Squawk Box. I don't think you have to use ATC for it.
Well, we don't think you do, but we'll soon find out when we get kicked out.
Although, if you want to join, we can probably switch to Squawk Box. I don't think anyone's really on the right now. Dingo, thank you for the host, my man. There's a little sign at the end of the runway here. It shows the noise abatement procedures. I'm going to pass that. Are you behind me?
Spinning on the grass at the moment.
We are in Sedona, Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu. So if you want to join us, I'll hold short here, wait for you. So it sounds like he might have FS Cloud.
This fucking plane is pissing me off.
It's even funnier that you're in like a Boeing 717 or whatever it's supposed to be.
Fuck this, I'm gonna be a pain in the ass and I'm spawning at the end of the runway.
Spawn at the end of the runway and take on. Well, actually, wait a second. Let me see what Kevin's gonna do here. Oh yeah, baby.
Could you see me spinning around? There we go, I'm on the runway now.
Don't take off just yet. Let me see if Kevin's gonna hop in here. Yeah, not really sure whatever the issue is, but for everybody else, we were able to switch the models to the smaller single-engine prop, but Deutschworks didn't work, so he's still this thing.
When in fact I'm actually a Spitfire.
I think we got the fuel to wait for you. Yeah, I'm good on fuel, I think.
So on Greenland Express this time. Nice.
Oh, can you see it on the stream?
Yeah.
Just do a free camera. Looking good. There's one for the fam. Yeah, let me try changing them again while we're sitting here. That's the wrong one. Works. Save assignment.
What's up, Dingo?
Alright, I just did it again. Still there. Wait a second, see if it changes. Kevin said, go ahead, he's missing a part of FS Cloud.
Test mic 1, 2.
So whenever you're ready, you roll out. Do you have the destination on your GPS? Or do you want me to give you the heading?
Yeah, no, it's still saved.
Alright. What did you find in CSLs, Dingo? Go ahead and give it a send, Deutsche Boy. Let's see if he gets a roll here. There he goes. Oh, it's a little wobbly. Tail wheels up? Yeah, so Deutsch is actually flying a Spitfire.
So we're up in the air.
Alright.
It's a little bit windy, mate.
Oh yeah, she's gusting pretty good there. Alright, I think we're ready.
Right, I've just done a left turn, downwind now.
Alright.
Oh, this is the airport you landed at on your stream the other week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When you come out the cloud cover and it was just suddenly there.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh shit, he's blowing.
Yeah, it's really blowing.
There's almost full right rudder here. Holy moly. Just gonna get up in the air.
Yeah, it's not easy at all, man.
Yeah, I got it. We're good.
I'm right behind you now, I can see you. Coming down on you.
Turning back around to head about 070. I do a little canyon flying here.
We might be able to do the Mach loop in these now as well.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Well, for you have scenery there, I imagine.
I've probably got auto tiles somewhere, yeah.
Dingo said he found an old Spitfire model in the CSLs. For
Ah,
X-Men.
okay.
So hopefully, we'd all be able to use that. You behind me?
Yeah, right behind you. What speed you doing at the moment?
I'm going about 220.
Okay, I'm up to 240 at the moment, just trying to catch up a little bit. Don't forget, I've got no gauges, remember, for my manifold pressure.
Yeah,
Just
I
got the
think
boost.
you're probably faster than me at. I'm below 40 inches on the manifold pressure, so you should be catching up here. Keep it low.
Yeah,
for
I'm
you.
about 245, 250 at the moment.
Start trimming it for a climb. Looks good down here, boys.
What happened then? You just suddenly flew past me.
Who did?
You're suddenly behind me.
I'm still seeing you behind me.
You're behind me now all of a sudden.
According to my screen.
the altitude we're going for?
Say probably 12,000. See what the clouds are, because we're already above 9,000 right now.
Yeah, just coming through 10 now.
Just getting in the clouds. I probably should have turned on the carb heat.
Am I still behind you? Because you're still behind me on mine. Strange.
I can't see anymore.
There you are. You're suddenly in front of me again now.
Suddenly. Probably still there, just bad net code, I guess.
Yeah, it's probably just caught up.
How do you keep it straight? Just looking at the instruments and trimming it.
That's
Oh,
small
look at that. That is awesome. Sweet shot. How you doing back there?
Yeah, I got your insights now.
Hot
Just
potato
250
haymakers, baby.
trying to catch up.
I'm
So,
going a little bit
better.
under 200 right now and climbing at 1,000 feet a minute.
How fast you going, sorry?
A little under 200 and climbing at 1,000 feet a minute.
Okay, I'm doing 270 at the moment.
Said not to use carb heat under or above 12,000. That's what we're getting, so. Right there, dude.
I love flying through these clouds.
I do too. About to pop out of the top too. It's gonna be awesome. Barely touching the controls right now. Hee boy. Oh yeah, they're looking pretty puffy. So I was telling Deutsch the other day, like they look good when you're really close to them like this, and then when you're way above them, they kind of look shit again. Anything below, you know, probably 15,000 feet. Oh holy shit, we're almost at 13,000 right now. Let's start leveling off. In fact, probably go back down to 12.
Yeah, okay.
I can see the end of my scenery, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you've sped off in front of me now.
Let me slow it down. I'm at about 225 right now.
Just trying to catch up some speed and then I'll come back to you.
See you later, scenery.
Well, I'm at 250 at the moment now.
250.
Fire that puppy up.
I'm at 225. You'll probably catch me in a second.
260 now.
Oh, she's coming up.
Yeah, I'm 280 now, starting to catch you up big time.
Well, this is probably going to be my cruise speed here, about 240, because I'm right at the green manifold pressure and RPMs. It's still climbing. Let's get this thing trimmed.
Still going through the clouds. These clouds just look amazing.
I got no clouds in front of me right now. What is the altitude where the hypoxia starts, like, blacking out your vision? 14, 15,000 feet?
I think it's 14 or 15.
Try to keep it at 13. $14K, says McFaddy. What's your airspeed?
230.
230. I am at 250. Can we slow down?
No, that's alright. I'm just speeding up and slowing down to try and keep you in.
Oh.
Looking at your stream now, I can see you've got no clouds. I've got loads of clouds on the active sky.
Huh. Actually, could use a little bit of clouds here though. Cover up this shit scenery.
Your airspeed, you good?
250, a little over 250. Anybody who's watching that has FS Cloud, we cannot get the radios to work. I have no idea how that works.
And also the CSL. For some reason, I am a plane that's twice the size of what they've requested me to be.
Yeah, so when we got in, we re-signed all the plane models, and everyone's worked except for Deutsch's. He's still like a Boeing 717 or something.
Yeah, you could be right, McFatty, because my weather, my active skies is like it was when we took off. It's really cloudy still.
Oh man, I wonder... yeah, I have no idea. See what happens when we get to Albuquerque. I know that there's supposed to be clouds there, and I think I can see some on the horizon.
What's your airspeed?
It is still a little bit over 250.
I'm 280 now, I just want to catch you up.
Yeah, pull it up here tight. We'll have a P-51 and a Boeing formation. Let's come right up here on my right wing. I looked at the weather on Sky Vector before we left, and it said there was like clouds at scattered clouds at 26,000 or something. So that might be us. Definitely see clouds ahead.
Okay.
There's an engine temp. About 75. Good. Coolant 100. Right. I do have failures on, so if I'm doing anything wrong, we'll find out soon. Carb air. That's 0. But it says to turn the carb heat off above 12,000, so I don't think that's really an issue. No carb heat above 12,000, we're at 13,000. You crack the carb heat, keep it in the green. Did you turn the ram air on too? Or did you bring the ram air back to the aft position? Let's see what happens. It says, warning, do not use carb heat above 12,000 feet altitude normal. So, ram air, I left one. But it says, place ram air control in aft position before selecting hot air. He's a Googling. Save us. Or don't. We'll see what happens if the engine sees this. Still climbing here. Coming back down. Click on that metal chunk thing. Oh yeah, the armrest, yeah? Or this, what is that? Where do you click? Oh, thank you. What is that thing? Glad to know you can click that away. It was an annoying spot with the ram air there. Just on Deutsch, on your plane, do you have to manually switch fuel tanks?
I think I've only got one tank.
No, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I have got I can jettison fuel, but I know it did come with a belly tank as well, but I can't see anything to change it.
Later, Dingo. Thanks again for the host.
See you later, Dingo.
Alright. So this is related to DCS, but concept applies. Carb heat on the P-51 involved piping hot air from around the engine into the ram air inlet to the carb. That was used for cleaning ice buildup, but would also cause the mixture to go lean at high altitudes, beyond which the carb pressure regulation can compensate for above 10,000 feet. You wouldn't normally encounter that kind of weather. Oop. So you wouldn't need to use it. No problem. So yeah, I mean, I'm guessing that you wouldn't need the carb heat for that reason. Might need it at landing. Not sure what the temperatures are. Alright, I'm getting the second VOR now, so double check. Albuquerque 113.2. Move that one, there we go. Now we're flying direct to Albuquerque. The carb air temperature, it is around 0, which is in a little bit below green. But yeah, I don't know. See what happens.
Deutsch is in a flat spin.
Are you really?
Yep.
What happened?
Big time flat spin.
What happened?
Going down, going down.
Dude, how did that happen?
I'm literally in a proper flat spin. I don't know how I managed to do that.
Were you doing acrobatics or something? What the fuck? That you in that plane, you got a history now.
I've never crashed until I got into the Spitfire.
You hit the ground?
Yeah, like 8,000 foot.
Let's see where we're at. There's a couple places up ahead you can spawn at, or you can just spawn at Albuquerque and fly around.
God damn it.
Too bad you weren't streaming that.
It was a full-on proper flat spin.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those.
I don't even know how I managed to get into it. The only way I could describe it is Top Gun. It's exactly what it looked like.
I wonder how that happened. Deutschworks is visiting KINW. The landing was okay. Points 18 plus 2. Real-time techniques and weather bonus.
The landing was okay. Points
Yeah.
18 plus 2. Let's give me 20 points for that landing.
Nice.
Landed at
Well, you
8,000 foot per minute.
You get the style points for flat spin.
Landed it perfectly level. Ditched it into a tree as well.
Definitely get some clouds up here now.
Right, I'll give you my details on this. So, average sink rate on that was 1,109 foot a minute. Apparently that was perfect.
Kevin said you're doing as good as Melon.
Maximum sink rate was 4,692. Maximum speed was 61 knots. That was perfect apparently. Sink rate differential was 6,324.
Yeah.
And the touchdown sink rate was 8,032. But the landing rating was okay apparently.
So your landing 8,300 is okay landing. Melon's gonna love FS Cloud.
Yeah, it's going to give him all sorts of points.
Speaking of which, I just submitted new emotes. So yeah, McFaddy, anybody who's a subscriber doesn't have any emotes right now, but I've got some more appropriate ones. There's like a flaming World War II era prop plane coming in, so it's gonna be good for melon streams. Like Ground Adler has a main landing gear with a stick of butter on the bottom, which is pretty awesome. What are you gonna do? You gonna spawn in at Albuquerque?
I'm just kind of sat here, just contemplating
Life?
very good. How I've gone from 13,000 foot on the ground.
What were you doing before you went into the flat spit?
Circling around you, 250 knots.
Yeah, McFaddy, the emotes are gone because I resubmitted new ones. I'm still keeping the Bobcat for the first emote, but I made a PNG file that had a transparent background instead of the white one, so it'll just be a Bobcat head instead of like a whole white thing. And I've got like another airplane with flaming wingtips crashing, and it's tier 2. Should be there tomorrow. But these are the only ones I'm going to need today, boys. That's a stick of butter on some landing gear. Actually, I need one with a brick on the bottom.
Oh, I just need my rip.
Oh, let me see. Are those in there yet? I wouldn't have the rip, but I would have the Deutschworks one, yeah?
Yeah.
How long does that
I
take?
don't think they are.
Still not there for me.
I'm gonna have a look on Twitch now and see what it's saying. Try and find out they've said no, you can't have them.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous. Guys, this plane easily in my top 5 favorites now.
This one's just jumped out in mine. Because I don't know how to fly.
I want to try to fly the Spitfire to see how different it is.
If I could send it, yeah, I'd love to.
Maybe I'll just have to buy it. Fuck.
Do it.
Although it is Eurotrash.
Whoa.
One of our planes is still flying. I'll let you guess whose.
Yep. Yeah, well that was due to user error with the plane.
Yeah. I guess that's true. Close. That wasn't really one of the answers. Oh, speaking of answers, I forgot. We got a new Korean word of the day down below. What does the word bihengi mean? Go ahead and give it your best guess.
Chewing gum.
Chewing gum, not one of the answers.
Still says pending on my emotes.
I'm gonna vote for the answer and I'll tell you what it is in a few minutes. Before we land, I'll tell you what the answer is. Just a wall of clouds here now. Look at this. Can't really climb above it with no oxygen.
say something.
Still just sitting there on the ground?
Yeah.
Are you crying? Sort yourself out, man.
No, I'm just messing around on Twitch.
Look at that beauty. What?
And I'm watching your streams.
A bit loud. I don't know, what's the cloud ceiling here? Should I go above this or below it? I've probably got 1,000 feet maybe to play with. Maybe we're about to break out of it. It does make it feel like you're going really fast when you look out the wing view and see the clouds blown by though. That's cool.
So, how long you up?
For why it's only 8 o'clock here, so I'm up for a while.
Okay,
I believe this little intersection on the map is going to be where Albuquerque is. We're almost there. Oh shit, I forgot to look at the fuel. Way below where that ought to be. Oops. Supposed to leave 25 gallons in there. I forgot about that. We're down to a little bit under 20 gallons. Be alright.
Someone's been reading the instructions.
I did actually for the first time ever.
Must have been a slow day at work.
Yeah, it was pretty slow. Let's go up and see if we can get above these guys. just barely skimming across the top at like 13,600.
Oh yeah,
Look at that.
that looks awesome.
That is sweet. Alright, now retrim the whole thing. Oh, and now the clouds are gone. Never mind.
My favourite group flight still was the Navion.
Navion or the DC-3s in Alaska. That was pretty good. Where I forgot to put landing.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah. It's not much of a group flight if you can't even make it there. Shots fired.
Hit a man when he's down. Hit a man when he's down.
Trimmed where it feels like it's just balancing, and if I barely touch the stick at all and just breathe on it, it'll start rolling the other way, and then if I touch it back a little bit the other way, it stops and starts rolling back the opposite direction.
Henki, is that what it says?
Biengi, yeah. See what kind of boats we got here. Just the one.
I'm gonna go with airplane.
2 votes. 2 votes for airplane. What is that emote? Chewy centerline.
Yeah.
I haven't watched. I've mostly seen just clips of his streams on those compilations, like best of flight sim for the week or whatever. I don't think I've ever watched his actual stream. Does he mostly fly jets? That's all I ever see him doing on those little compilage videos.
Yeah, that sort of thing. And he mostly flies
Mostly flies what?
P3D.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if we can see Albuquerque. Oh, yeah, she's there. Let's get the weather here. 118. 0. Is that what you're using in the interim while you're waiting for yours?
Yeah.
I don't have it either. I'll use fins.
Right. Here's something for you to keep you going. Name something that runs, doesn't legs.
Refrigerator.
No, wrong. Oscar Pistorius.
Fair? I've got a joke for you. I think I told it once on my stream, but it was only to Melon. I don't think anyone else is watching. This is my favorite joke ever. It's super short. You ready?
Go.
These two guys are walking down the street, and they see a dog. Dog's got its leg up in the air, and he's licking his balls. And the one guy turns to his friend. He says, "Man, I wish I could do that." And his friend is like, "He would bite you." No, nothing. Tough crowd. I don't know. Big Fatty put a nay. I don't know if that was for your joke or mine. That joke's a classic, though, by the way.
I think that nay was there before, I think.
Oh. 118.0.
What's that diamond on McFatty's? What's that mean?
That means he is a VIP. Which confers to him the ability to spam the chat with anything. There's no time limit.
Beautiful. Just what McFatty needs.
Sorry. Look, give it a day. You'll get your new Bobcat. And I'll get the flaming airplane, which I'm going to spam the shit out of Melon's streams. He was doing better today. Once he got his joystick recalibrated or whatever he changed with it, he was doing some landings in P-51, getting some butters, which isn't easy to do. That's a positive. Oh shit. That thing's finicky.
Right, short funny jokes for adults, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
How do you tell if a chick is too fat to fuck?
How do you tell if you're too fat to fuck?
How do you tell if a chick is too fat to fuck?
I have no idea. Wait, actually, before you say the answer, maybe they can guess. Kevin or McFadden?
Albuquerque INTL Sunport Information Whiskey. 2200 Zulu weather. Wind 120 at 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 20,000 view, 30,000 broken. Temperature
No,
6.
you're wrong. When you pull her pants down, her ass is still in them.
Altimeter 2993. Arriving runways 08, 03, 12. Departing runways 08.
What does a woman and Kentucky Fried Chicken have in common?
Sorry, hold on a second. Go back and say the first one. I didn't hear the answer for the first one.
Okay, so the first was, how do you tell if a chick's too fat to fuck? When you pull her pants down, her ass is still in them.
Alright, what was the second joke?
What does a woman and Kentucky Fried Chicken have in common?
They both come in buckets.
No. By the time
that was
you
a good
finish
try
with the
though,
breast
wasn't
and thighs, by the time you finish with the breast and thighs, all you have left is a greasy box to put your bone in.
Gonna get demonetized on YouTube for this. Well, McFatty said something about a bone. That was close.
Yeah, I can't read that one out now. Why is being in the military like a blowjob?
I think you're probably in the best position to answer that, aren't you?
Because the closer you get to discharge, the better you feel.
I'm just kidding. I'm not monetized on YouTube anyway. I got like 20-something followers. Ain't nobody watching these streams on there. I don't know who would, actually. But I think I'm landed 08, which means I can basically fly in. But I'm gonna do a nice little run and break for a replay here.
How'd you get a nun pregnant?
How do you get what?
How'd you get a nun pregnant?
No idea.
Dress her up as an altar boy.
I think we're almost into the next patch of scenery here, guys. I think so. We are getting close to 14,000 feet. I didn't even realize that. It's getting dark up here.
Why do women rub their eyes in the...
Why do you broke up? What did you say?
Why do women rub their eyes when they get up in the morning?
Why?
They don't have balls to scratch.
And Hugo GB120, is X-Plane or P3D better? I don't know. I've never played P3D. Only played X-Plane. McFatty, however, has played both, and he seems to believe that X-Plane 11 is better.
They've both got the pros and cons.
Yeah. And there's fanboys for both, so I wouldn't listen to anybody.
Exactly. There's a demo for X-Plane, and I think, don't quote me on this, but if you buy P3D and you don't like it, I think you can get your money back as well. So you're better off trying X-Plane first.
Yeah,
They do say X-Plane's better out the box, but you've got to spend quite a bit of money on P3D to get it looking good.
However, you can buy sceneries that come with different, like winter textures and stuff like that. I think I've got one for Kden and one for Telluride that have snow. Telluride, that's another one. That place is awesome. Telluride, Aspen. I got a bunch of sceneries for Colorado. Here we go. Look at this. Here's a great example. Here's the stock X-Plane scenery, and then there's a line for like an ortho tile. Fuel check. There we go. 55. 50. Yeah, the default X-Plane, the only thing that I know that I've seen from YouTube videos is that the default X-Plane is amazing for night lighting. City lights, cars and stuff driving around the streets, all that kind of stuff is incredible. Also, from what I understand, X-Plane 11 does a better job for simulating aerodynamics and stuff for prop airplanes.
You mean like up on takeoff, spinning you out and crashing into the side of the ground?
Just like that. Alright, there's KABQ. I'm gonna fly straight in here, and we're gonna do a run and brake, and then I'll swing around and land it. Get real low. It's gonna be awesome.
Watching and scoring.
I have noticed these cloud shadows flickering though since the last update. I noticed that when we were flying around in Alaska. Have you seen that?
And if one's over your plane when you're on the ground or in the air.
It's the whole screen flicker. Look at that. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that on the stream.
X-plane really haven't sorted the clouds out yet.
I mean, the clouds are okay. It just every once in a while, like every time they do a release that is technically stable, it'll ruin something. I'm gonna do this full speed. Oh yeah, I mean, I imagine going from XP to, or FSX to XP is a big step up. You used to fly FSX, didn't you, Deutsch?
Yeah. Oh yes. I mean, back in its day it was good.
Oh yeah.
But some people still use it now. They literally just got butt hurt because they spent so much money on it and they don't want to change. That's what it is. You got to make the change at some point because it's obsolete now. They're not making anything for it anymore. So
airspeed 350 miles an hour. It's going to be a high G turn here, friends. Oh yeah. Full send.
nearly 400.
Oh yeah.
You can do it, fella. Big Fatty said don't fuck it up now.
Yeah, we're doing good. The flap speeds on this are crazy. I think it's like 400 miles an hour for the first notch.
Really?
275 for the second. Yeah. It's quite large. Man, I bet the screaming noise on that was insane. Wonder if you can hear. We'll see if we can hear that from the external camera. lot of retrimming to do here.
Don't forget your landing gear.
Oh, I never forget my landing gear after that last time. I say that's probably good.
I'm so glad I never streamed this one.
Can you read what McFaddy typed? I can't really look at that right now.
Yeah. Also, in regards to engine temps, the backup shows as long as you follow those, your temps should be within safe limits. Is that little warning thing there? Up right. Near your compass.
How about that, boys?
41.8.
Oh, getting squirrely though. I think we're under control. Get it off so we can watch that replay. I think it just stays on the screen forever, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why that's. It should have gone off by.
There it goes.
There
Well,
you go.
nothing blew up, and we didn't get any icing, even though I wasn't using the carb heat, so I guess we were flying it in parameters, because I do have the failures turned on.
Wow, some of us made it.
Yeah, you just gotta learn how to fly that thing, eh?
I did alright around the islands the other day.
Yeah, you did. Hey, we landed, didn't you?
Yep. Yeah, we did.
Look at my attitude indicator. Guess our little roll didn't go over very well with it.
No.
Jeez, where the hell is the ramp?
Mine seems to do that quite a lot.
Is that a ramp? Could be. Shit, turn it. I'm just about to watch a replay, man. I did a run and brake, or an overhead brake, as you like to call it. Did a little roll. Touchdown rate was -41, and then I almost ground looped it on the rollout, but saved it. Let me just shut it off. If you shut it off, the engine stuff, noises still work for the replays, don't they? That's right, bitch. Stop right now.
What's the code for Albuquerque?
KABQ.
I've just played around with my joystick settings, so I'm going to see if that...
Yeah, it might do. It worked for Melon.
I've actually put some little bit of tune on it, hopefully. I've got it set from the Evo.
You got what?
I had it set from using the Zebo still, so I'm wondering if that's... Yeah, I'll put it...
Alright, let's
Could
look
be
at
the
that.
reason why I'm having taxi issues on the ground.
Oh man, come on. It's doing this shit. I hate it when you do the runway cam and it gives you the wrong runway.
Okay, I'm back in now.
Just trying to get it near the runway so I can do this replay. There we go.
Well, that feels smoother and better straight away. Possibly fixed it. Have you disconnected from FS Cloud?
Nah, I just stayed on there.
Oh yeah, I see you hovering above the... Yeah, because it's obviously showing you replays on FS Cloud now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Right, I think I've fixed my control issue. It seems to be a lot more stable when I'm moving the controls. What an absolute idiot. Why didn't I think of that before? Right, just go try a quick landing here, see how it goes. See if I've got a bit more control over it now.
So wait, my plane is flying around the replay that I just did?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yep, I can see you flying around.
Super fast right now? Because I'm fast forwarding it.
Right, I'm coming in for a landing. See how this goes.
There goes Deutsch. Oh, easy.
Bloody spun it again.
What part of the takeoff did you spin it?
Right on the, when I slowed down again.
Why are you slowing down? Keep the keep the stick back a little bit till you get to about 80 miles an hour to keep the tail wheel on the ground, and then when you let it up, it'll be a little bit easier because you're only using your rudders. that, fellas. Boop. Little squirrely there on the end. Oh, jeez. I think we went through
That,
you.
boys, would be a crash. I was listening to you saying, "Oh, keep the pressure back," but then all of a sudden it just took off. I was like, "Shit."
This is why I gave up on FS Cloud. He's in Albuquerque, can't see either of us, but we were on the runway.
Who's that?
Kevin. He said, "Rip Deutschworks." There's where it got squirrely. Deutsch still on the runway. Even if he didn't have the CSL files in his aircraft folder, he'd still be able to see our names, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I still think I got some fuel here. I'm gonna end this stream so I have this as like a hard video, but then I'll just start it back up in a second. So hang on 1 minute.